welcome to NFA Studio. I'm Kristen Wagner, COO of NFA.
And I'm Reagan Wagner, CEO. We're glad you could join us today. Hey, you know, what's going on right now is we've got folks graduating from college, we've got folks graduating from high school, we've got kids graduating from junior high.
Fifth grade.
Woo, fifth grade. It's been a day or two for me for that. But you know, when we think about all of this going on, something that comes top of mind is how do we pay for private school? How do we pay for college? How do we pay for school? So Kristen, what are some neat ways or opportunities that folks have that they can put money back for their children in a great way to pay for these higher education events?
So there are several ways, but one of the most common and well-known ways is a 529 plan. So if you don't know about it, it's good to learn. It's got a lot of flexibility. You can also contribute quite a bit of money, about $16,000 per child per year. Per person. So with spouses, you can do up to $32,000 per year. And what this does is it offers a tax advantage way to save for college. So as long as you use it correctly, right? It's tax deferred every year on the growth. And as long as you use it correctly at the time of education expenses coming and you utilize those funds for education expenses only, then it's tax free pulling those funds out. So I really think that it's a great way to start saving, and the key is to start early, right? So right when you have a baby, you know that one day they're gonna have education expenses in some way or another. And if you start even at $50 a month, I know that sounds like nothing, but it can build up to quite a bit over the time.
So when we think through that, there are a lot of folks, and I think some of the data that we have here says like 62% of the parents actually don't put money back for their higher education, and they're not saving adequately enough. What are some things that you know, when we talk to our folks, sometimes they're a little apprehensive about putting money back into 529 plans, but what are some outs for them if they get into a 529 and let's say that beneficiary or that child doesn't want to go, but maybe they have other kids? What are some ways that they can utilize those 529s?
Yeah, so it's transferable, so you can transfer it to another sibling or another family member. Also, if that's worst case scenario, you don't have that to do, then eventually there's a new plan that just came out, the Secure Act, that allows you to transfer it to a Roth IRA for that beneficiary. And that could be very big, a learning curve for your child to learn about a new way to save for retirement and learning about Roth IRA, which is tax-free at retirement. So
not only could they help their child go to college or higher education or trade school or things like that, but if they choose not to go or they do something different, that remainderment could be their jump start towards retirement?
100%. And what I would say is make it automated if you're gonna fund one of these, and make it come directly out of your bank account every month, and it just like you never had the money, right? So it's an automated savings plan. That makes it a lot easier within your budget, with your cash flow. Another thing you can do is offer it to your parents or grandparents to gift into your child's savings plan, into the 529 for college. And so a lot of times, you know, we have a lot of things we accumulate over the years, and you say, okay, well, my child really doesn't need anything else. He's pretty good. It's his birthday coming up. Why don't you fund, you know, drop some money into this 529 plan since we're getting close to college?
So 529s are a great way. Now for some folks, there's a couple of other alternatives that may not be on the horizon, but can you just speak a little briefly to some of the other alternatives besides 529s?
Yeah, so for example, if you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, or if you're maxing out your 529 already, then maybe look at cash value life insurance plan to max fund this life insurance plan, utilize the cash value at tax-free as a loan against the policy, pay for the education expenses that way, and then pay yourself back if you want to. If not, it comes out of the death benefit. So it's another tax-free way to earn those dollars and pay for education.
So, you know, one last thing, just so folks are clear on 529s and things like that. So if they use the insurance option, then they can kind of use that at any time for any reason, as long as there's some cash surrender value. But if they use the 529, what items are covered? Like, can we go out and just, you know, go buy a car with that 529?
So yeah, as long as it's something related to education that they're going to use for their education. So tuition, obviously, room and board, food while they're in college, clothing to wear at college, a car to travel at college, anything you can relate to the education expenses is right off of tax-free.
So you really want to be aware of what really are college expenses and be able to equate that into them. If it's not, then we call it the smell test. You want to make sure that it's truly benefiting that child for college when you use the 529s. If you're worried about that, you want to evaluate an alternative, such as the life insurance option or a side account or anything like that. That may be another option for you. But the biggest thing to do is get started, right?
Yeah. And if you're interested, I'd love to talk to you and your family about opening a 529 for your children. And we really appreciate you tuning in today. And I think too, this is very helpful for future children to learn about finances. So there are investment options in the 529. So you need people like us, financial advisors, to help you guide you in those investment options. So please reach out to us if you're interested.
Thank you so much for joining us today at NFA Studios. We appreciate you and we look forward to serving you.
Thank you. Have a great day.